What started as a peaceful Sunday lunch turned into a public showdown between a powerful district attorney and a ruthless HOA president. When a lemon tart, a scalding cup of coffee, and a faked lawsuit collided, one family stood up against intimidation, corruption, and silence. This isn't just a story about power. It's about how far one man will go to protect the people he loves. It was just supposed to be a simple Sunday lunch. One quiet afternoon before life got more complicated. Michael Rivera, District Attorney of Cedar Falls, Oregon, had planned it carefully. A table at Maple Street Café. His pregnant wife Sophia, 6 months along, and his mother-in-law, Gloria, sharp-tongued, fiercely protective, and never one to back down from a challenge. They wanted a calm meal, turkey sandwich, cold water, maybe a lemon tart for dessert. They got something else. Maple Street Café was cozy, whitewashed brick, chalkboard menus. The smell of lemon zest and warm pastries filled the air. Sophia smiled faintly as she rubbed her belly, already exhausted just from standing in line. "I'm just here for a sandwich," she murmured, her voice low. "And to survive this trimester." "Please," Gloria said, nudging her. "You'll want that lemon tart later. I've raised 3 kids. I know that craving face." Sophia rolled her eyes. "That's not a thing." But it was. There was just one tart left in the display case. Before anyone could say a word, Karen Mitchell swept into the café like she owned it. Tall, expensively dressed. The kind of woman who wore her HOA title like a crown and wielded her clipboard like a sword. The president of their neighborhood association, known for her snide notes, aggressive citations, and air of suburban royalty. Without a glance or apology, Karen cut straight to the counter and pointed at the tart. "I'll take that." Sophia, startled, said, "Oh, go ahead," trying to keep the peace. Karen turned, eyes cold. "Pregnant women think they run the world." Before Sophia could respond, Gloria stepped forward. "She doesn't run the world, just the baby. And she's doing a damn fine job at that." Karen ignored her. She paid, collected the tart, and walked toward the barista counter with a steaming cup of coffee in hand. Michael didn't engage, not yet. He knew better than to argue with power in public. But fate had other plans. As Sophia reached for her sandwich, Karen brushed past the table, then flicked her wrist. The coffee spilled. All of it. Hot, scalding liquid poured across Sophia's hand, arm, blouse, and worst of all, her belly. Sophia gasped. Everyone in the café froze. Karen held the empty cup and blinked innocently. "Oh dear, these lids are so flimsy these days." Michael was on his feet instantly. He checked Sophia, her skin red, stinging. The baby seemed fine, but she was clearly in pain. Gloria shouted. The staff rushed over with ice packs. A waitress called 911. Michael stepped forward, pulled out his badge, and spoke calmly but firmly. "I'm the district attorney. What you just did is assault." Karen's expression flickered. "You're threatening me, using your badge to intimidate a woman. You burned my wife. You should be ashamed. I'll press charges. You're abusing your authority." But even then, as paramedics checked Sophia's vitals and cameras recorded the aftermath, Michael didn't know the full storm that was coming. Because Karen wasn't careless. She was calculated. 2 days later, a lawsuit arrived. Karen was suing Michael and Sophia, alleging emotional distress, harassment, power abuse. She claimed Michael used his title to bully her. She said Gloria verbally attacked her. She framed herself as a woman under siege by the legal elite. Michael's boss warned him to settle. "You don't want this on the front page. You're up for re-election in 10 months. But Michael couldn't look at Sophia and agree to anything. Not this time. Years ago. As a young assistant DA, Michael had rushed a case. A teenager accused of theft, flimsy evidence, pressure from his superiors. He won the conviction. The girl spent months in juvenile detention. When the truth came out, it haunted him. He had vowed never again. But Karen had friends. And influence. And a media team. Days after filing the lawsuit, she released a video online: soft lighting, flawless makeup, practiced tears. I feared for my life. I didn't even know he was the district attorney until he threatened me. She called it my side of the story. It went viral. People called for Michael's resignation. The CAF security footage mysteriously went missing due to a technical issue. Reporters hounded Sophia. Gloria was labeled the aggressive mother-in-law. The stress sent Sophia into early contractions one night. Thankfully false. But the fear in Michael's eyes was real. He had to fight. Not for politics, not for pride, for the truth. He started pulling threads. Karen had a history. Old HOA members who had been pushed out. A local librarian who was forced to resign. A teacher, Melinda Shaw, who lost her job after a complaint filed by Karen about classroom bias. Michael found Melinda. She was shaken, but ready. She made my life hell. Threatened to expose false rumors. Said she'd make sure I never taught again if I didn't back down. Melinda agreed to testify. Karen's lawyer, Bishop, wasn't just any attorney. He was Michael's former professor. A man who once told him in class, if you can't beat them with the law, bury them in it. Now Bishop was on the other side, in court. Things got worse before they got better. Bishop tried to block Melinda's testimony, tried to exclude Gloria for being too volatile. He argued that the surveillance footage should be inadmissible due to chain of custody concerns. But Michael held firm. His team found the CAF's backup server. Footage recovered. Clear as daylight, Karen tipping her cup. Deliberate, not careless. A faint smile on her face. And Melinda. Her testimony opened the floodgates. Others came forward. A gym owner, a real estate agent, a school counselor. People Karen had cornered, silenced, threatened. Bishop's case collapsed under the weight of Karen's pattern. When the judge dismissed the lawsuit and referred parts of the case to the state ethics board, the room felt like it could finally breathe. Karen disappeared from the neighborhood within a week. Her brother was quietly removed from his post on the zoning committee. Her cousin stepped down from the school board. Michael didn't gloat. He didn't celebrate. But he and Sophia shared their story. Not a polished video. Just a phone camera and raw words. We stood our ground. Because power doesn't give you the right to hurt people. It gives you the duty to protect them. In the months that followed, Sophia gave birth to a healthy baby girl. They named her Clara, which means clear or bright. Because even after the darkest storms, the truth has a way of shining through.